What's going on, you guys? How y'all doing? So listen, I want to address this particular point in this video, and then I'll be done. I want to address this idea that men are just intimidated by women. And I mean, when I say that, I mean like intimidated by them because of their success, because of their education, because of just them doing well, just overall women doing well. Because I hear a lot of women who tend to believe that men just in general are intimidated by successful women, and I don't agree with that. Now, I'm not saying that there might be a couple of dudes somewhere who might have a girlfriend, and she all of a sudden stumbled upon a good job and some money, and she's able to do things that he can't do, that he might not be slightly intimidated, possibly. But on a larger scale, I don't believe that most men, I think 99.9% of men are not intimidated by women, not because of your success or what you accomplish. I think men just don't like the attitude and the mentality that comes along with your success. I think that's really what it is. A lot of times when women make money, let's be honest, when women make money, they become these entitled demons, for real. Women start to get this little chip on their shoulder, this little edge, like, I don't need you, I could do it all by myself. That's literally how a lot of women start to act when they're doing well. If they're able to provide better than what a man is providing, oh my God, they take it to the extreme. They really start to act brand new. Their head starts to blow up, literally. If women would be honest, they know I'm not lying. Women tend to get this attitude like, hey, if I had to do it all by myself and you couldn't help me get here or whatever, then I don't need you. And you could have a man that's supportive, loving, been there for you before you got to this point, but somehow all of that does not matter. All of that goes out of the window when women become successful. And a lot of times it don't have to be continuous success. It could be, they came upon some money, or their job, they did well with something for a year or two and then they back down. But in that moment, they start acting brand new. They act brand new because it's like, I don't really need you. And they show you that, and they let you know that they don't need you. It's the attitude and the mentality that comes with women when they are accomplished. But this is why you see so many attractive, educated, single women who can't maintain a healthy, stable relationship with a man. And he could be a good man. He could make good money himself. But because of the mentality that comes with women who make money, it's just off-putting to most men. And men, from what I've gathered, they can't wrap their brain around the fact that, damn, I could work, I make good money, I could take care of you, could have been taking care of you the whole time, and I've never once said, I don't need you, and I do this and I do. Most men don't react in that way. They just do the job. Hey, I want to be with you. It's my job to take care of you. We're gonna do this, and that's it. But the minute women start getting money, oh my God, they don't know how to act. They don't know how to act. And this is why you find women who are in relationships or marriages, they tend to leave their men. They've let society hype them up and make them think that their men aren't valuable. They don't need this man if he doesn't make a certain dollar amount. This is why you hear women saying, if I get with a man, I do well for myself, so he has to make what I make or more. I think that's one of the most asinine things you could ever hear from a woman. I really think that just doesn't make it. I think that's a foolish thing to say. Because think about it. If the men that you're looking for that makes what you make or more, what if they turn around and had that same mentality? Then you would be asked out. If the men that you're looking for turn around and say, no, I need a woman to make what I make or more, if you can't do that, then you don't qualify. Wouldn't that leave all of y'all out? Because remember, you're looking for a man to make what you make or more. So if he makes way more than what you make and he had that same mentality, then you would not qualify for the man you say you want. And so I just think it's a foolish way to think, and I think it's what's holding a lot of women back. And of course now women are just like, you know what, I don't really care. I'm happy by myself. Why? Because y'all running out of options. You don't have the options that you thought you did. You don't have the options that you thought you had. And now y'all are realizing, a lot of these women are realizing that men aren't moving the way y'all want them to move. They're not simping for y'all like they used to. They're not chasing behind y'all. They're not obsessed with you. They're not doing all this because they know it's not going to get them anywhere. a lot of these men have to look forward to is paying your bills and giving you money for trips and spending all his money on you. That's it. There's no other incentives to what these men could look for in a woman or a marriage or any of it. So they're opting out. They realize that these modern women are not what they want. So a lot of these women, y'all don't have any options. You don't have as much options as you thought you did. And then on top of that, your mentality, how you think, and all these superficial expectations is why y'all are single and why a lot of men don't want to deal with y'all. So yeah, once again, I just want to say, look, it's not an intimidation factor. It's like men are looking for women who will want to participate in a relationship, who want to work together in a relationship. After all, that's what a relationship is all about. It's not an I. It's about we, us, working together. It's not all about you. A man shouldn't be catering to you and running behind you and chasing you down to be with you and doing everything. No, if you want to be there, it should be a mutual thing. It shouldn't be just one catering largely to the other one while no, it should be y'all both working together. I don't understand why women think this and then think something's wrong with the men because the men are walking away. No, it's y'all a lot of the times. Y'all get on this high horse like because you finally was able to get a job or start a business and make a little money. Ooh, these niggas can't tell me nothing, baby, because my bills are $10,000 a month, and if you can't pay that, baby, what do I need you for? This is the type of rhetoric that you hear from modern women. That is crazy. Y'all put a dollar amount on, on a man. Like a man is not only relegated to how much money he makes. There's so many other ways that men contribute in society and contribute to relationships and a family that outweighs the money that he makes. And y'all don't realize this until you don't have a man and you don't have the resources that come with him. Then y'all complaining about men passing y'all up when y'all car broke on the street, when you're in Home Depot trying to haul a big box and nobody wants to help you. Then you realize, damn, I need a man. But you don't want to say you need a man. You just say, oh, these men ain't shit because none of them want to help you. Well, if you had a man, you wouldn't have to worry about that. He would handle that for you. Because a man is not only relegated to his wallet. He is resourceful in so many ways. And you don't realize that till when you don't have one. And then you still want to shame him. For random men for not coming to your aid when you say you don't need them. That's the part that I don't understand. And it's just mind-boggling to me. But I think this is part of the reason why so many women are by themselves. And they will continue to be. And men are just not running out of their way for these women anymore. Because it's not worth it. It's not beneficial to them whatsoever. And then all y'all do is still turn around and bash them and shame them and call them sassy. And always a name for them. But you don't want to look at yourself and call you out for what you really are. Independent boss chicks who don't want a man. You don't need a man, but you want him. You think you're entitled. You got an attitude. You're nasty. You're selfish. You don't even know how to nurture and love a man because it's all about you. You're very selfish and self-absorbed, and don't even know the first step to contributing to a healthy relationship and nurturing a good man. But all y'all want is to get to the bag with a man. You can make all this money, but you still want him to come in and do the most. Like that is, if that ain't selfish, I don't know what selfish is. So once again, I think women are entitled. A lot of women, it may not be all, but a lot of them are. Very selfish and self-absorbed. You don't know how to be in a relationship with a man. You're just entitled to something from him, but you don't want to offer anything in return. And men are not intimidated by your money and your resources and all that. They just know that you don't want to contribute to a relationship. And they don't want no parts of that. They don't want a masculine woman who is fighting and to be just as equal as a man. They don't want that. They are attracted to feminine women who know how to be nurturing, who want to work with him and want to build with him. That he can, somebody he can love and they love him back, and not a woman who's trying to compete with society and be equal or better than a man just to brag about it and don't bring anything else to the table. So yeah, it's not an intimidation factor. These men are just not turned on by these manly women. I'm just saying.